But let's get started with the Necromancer. So we'll go through a few of the different presets here, just so you guys can kind of see them a little bit. We'll go through both, just so you can get an idea on kind of what they look like. I might just take one and kind of go fast, but we'll do some character creation. We'll also do some gameplay of the Necromancer. Ooh, that looks really cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and customize it. There's some face variations. So we have 4 face variations. I think I'm going to go to number 2. And then we have different skin tones. I feel like Necromancer should always be like super pale with like white hair. Vampire red. Wow. Okay, that looks pretty dang cool. All right, and then for the hairstyle, let's go ahead and see if we can read the side here. Ooh, I kind of like the cyberpunk one. This one, or maybe the last one, I feel like fits the Necromancer. So like a, ooh, the blue. What is this one called? Black and teal. Oh, okay, that's really cool. I want to say Necromancer may have some different options as far as the eyes go. I don't know if every character class has that, as well as some of these like colors for the hair. And I think that's totally fine. That we have different, hair colors and styles depending on the class that you play. I actually kind of like this look right here. All right, now as far as accessories go, I want to say that this is usually the same on most of the classes, but maybe Necromancer will have like some special ones. So kind of like this. And then we have different jewelry. I like the little blood shard right here. That's my favorite. It's 17. Okay, and then we have some markings, which are basically tattoos. We can change the marking color. I like this one. What is it called? Purple Mania. It's my favorite. All right, should we throw on some tattoos for the Necro? I like that battle damage one. This is kind of cool too. I think it really fits the Necromancer. All right. All right, so there's no markings. Okay, we already cycled through all of them. Ah, that was cool too. Dang, it's so many cool decisions. I'm actually going to go with like none. All right, so next up, we're done. We're ready. We're not going to make a hardcore character. All right, let's get started with some gameplay. We could do tier 2. I mean, you get extra XP. Basically, the extra gold doesn't really matter. And, well, it doesn't really matter too much because I know how to get gold pretty fast anyways, and if you're killing this stuff faster, theoretically, you're getting more gold as well. Alright, hopefully we don't have to wait in queue too long. I wanted to start my stream up like a lot earlier, but what happened was we were stuck in the queue time. Oh, I'm not going to touch anything. Okay, so we will skip out on all of the cutscenes, but to answer your question, what's the name of this game? Diablo 4
I should find better
Beta.
Before I freeze.
So it is open beta, you guys can play on everything, but if you want to download it now because you got to wait a while. So I guess we have some skill points already, and that is because we've completed like the area with my other characters, and we'll have some stuff to mess around with. So let's put 1 point into each. Oh, it's a little bit laggy, but that's okay, you know. Let's check out the abilities and check out the Necromancer. So what is this ability? Oh, raise skeleton. So Necromancer just gets that as a innate skill. That's pretty cool. I've always liked how Diablo 1 had these things called innate skills, which means like if you just played that character, you just get the skill. You don't got to put a skill point into it. Like the rogue could open up like traps or like disarm them. The barbarian could item repair, and the wizard or the sorcerer could repair staves or recharge them is what it was called in that game. But yeah, we'll be rushing through it in terms of like campaign story. If you guys are interested in the campaign, I've already got the full, it's about three and a half hours of the gameplay. I played it on Rogue, and now we're just here to basically get the gameplay portion of the Necromancer. Yes. Let's go. Okay. Alright. What are my thoughts on this game? I mean, I really like it. I want more complexity, but we're in the beta, so like, you know, we can only get to level 25. Now we're gonna go to the top, and we got another skill point. Okay, so I'll try out all of the skills. The whole goal of like this first, I don't know what we're doing, like 30 minutes, maybe an hour, is to try out all of the skills on the Necromancer. And I think, yeah, our gold transfers from characters. So what is this ability? Hemorrhage? Is it like steal blood? Oh, it has a chance to form a blood orb. Okay. And this one, oh wow, is this a bleed? Tear the flesh, and it forms a corpse. So this one doesn't form a corpse. Ah. Oh, it forms a corpse every 2.5 seconds, so you can still get a corpse without having an actual corpse, which is important because the Necromancer needs like corpses for certain abilities. So we tried out Decompose. Now let's try Reap. These are like the basic abilities, and then we have Bone Splinters. So we're gonna try out every single ability and see which one we like the most. How come they don't have Monk anymore? So if you love the Monk, there is basically the Monk in this game. I mean, they're not a holy class, but the Rogue, in terms of gameplay style, it's pretty close. It's the closest thing you'll get, and I like it. It's actually my favorite class in the game. So this is, what was it called? It was like some sort of scythe attack. It was a Grim Scythe in D3. All right, let's go try out this skill too. So this is the last one. It's called Blown Splinter. So we can gain essence with this one. And essence is basically our mana. It's just every class has a different resource. The only one I think is really different is Barbarian in the way that it works, because you just only gain it when you are in combat, basically. Wait, this one starts out shooting 3? Well, this one's just the best, right? Like, on paper, I don't know. I kind of like that Siphon one too. Okay, so we tried out all of them. Which one do I like more? You know, I think this one is going to be my go-to for now. So can we have this as an active? Okay, and you can change how the minions work later. There's like a quest for like books. I think it's called like Book of the Dead. It's really cool. It's what makes the Necromancer unique. But we don't need all of these. Oh, you know what I should do, actually, is I should actually read what some of these abilities do when we get the upgrades, because the upgrades can matter a lot, right? So let's see what the upgrades does for Bone Splinters, because I feel like this one is one of the best. So it has a 30% chance to fire 2 additional projectiles while you have 50 or more essence. Hitting the same enemies with at least 3 times with the same cast of Bone Splinters gains 8% crit. Bone Splinters has 20% chance to make enemies vulnerable. Okay, that's probably one of the best ones. Vulnerability is so good. Alright, so after picking up a Blood Orb, your next hemorrhage also deals damage to enemies around your target and grants additional essence. Gains 20% additional attack speed while healthy. There's like basically 20% more DPS, right? But these are never used for DPS. This is basically our generator to get more energy. Hemorrhage has grants 1.6 base life as Fortify each time it hits an enemy. So you can make a tankier class. Decompose slows enemies. If an enemy dies while being decomposed, oh, this is actually probably the best then, just because of that one. And then you and your minions deal 10% increased damage to enemies who are being decomposed. Okay, so that's, I believe that's almost like a bleed. It's where the target is like taking damage over time in a sense. I think, yeah, it's damage over per second. But I'm not sure if it's considered an ailment or whether they're considering a condition, a debuff. Reap instantly kills target below 5% life. This could actually be one of the best ones for bosses. It's like a kind of a bad Culling Strike from PoE. Culling Strike is usually 10%, but Reap forms a corpse under the first enemy hit every 5 seconds. That's kind of... So I think that, yeah, seeing this right here, automatically, I don't even need to go read anymore. And then this is just a 10% more damage for everything, because it's everything. It's not just decompose, it's all damage. So that's actually pretty big. We're gonna go and get that one. And so far, I'm thinking that one, I think Bone Splinters feels really good, and since it shoots out triple, it's kind of nice. But you can't argue with the extra 10 essence. It's too good. So we get extra essence. Our core skills cost more, but deal more damage. Blood Lance. Let's just try all of them. I'm not even gonna read the skill. I'm just gonna go try it out and see, you know, how it feels. But maybe Monk will come also as a DLC character, you know? Yeah, I like this one. So if I stop decomposing... Oh, okay. It's not like a bleed. It looks like it has like a set number that it goes to. And then after you cancel it, I don't know if it stops to where it was going. Oh, I gotta go to the top. So as far as this ability goes, does it do anything special? It lingers in the enemy. Okay. You know, I'm not really feeling this one right now. Like I said, I'll read everything because I got to make sure this skill feels good. Because you know, I could read it and it's got a good effect, but if it doesn't feel good, then we got to swap things up. I might actually change the force move to Q. Because, like, after this is activated, I don't really need it anymore. I'm going to change my controls really, really quick for this. Because I want force move. Here's force move to be Q. And then... that's fine. We can just keep that in 3. Because I just need to activate this literally one time. Well, actually, I could just set that to W. That's fine, though. Oh, this...
I'm low on essence.
This is phenomenal. This is our ability right here. It's a Nova, right? It's basically a Blood Nova. Okay, so that one so far, that's the one I want to go for, but let's try them all out. I'm just going to put that over there. So what is this one called? Blight? Oh, it's like a poison. It's almost like a giant fireball, but it explodes and then puts like poison on the ground. Let's see. The poison damage is okay. We can, I believe with the topaz though, we can scale dot. So this one is probably going to be actually pretty good, especially earlier on. And then we have sever, a scepter of your chargers forward and attacks with a scythe. Okay, and this is the last one that we could try. Oh no, we have bone spear, the classic. Ooh. Oh my gosh, the skill looks so good.
I'm low on essence.
So, Spectre View charges forward and deals damage with the scythe, and then returns to you and attacks again. So it attacks there. Ooh. So if I am point blank and I attack with it, it basically just does double damage, right? That's pretty good. So it's 63 and 21. I really like the Nova, though, the interaction between it. So this one is... it deals, wait, so draw blood from enemies dealing 5, this is 20%, so it's like 70% damage versus, I mean, the amount of, I mean, this is just going to feel very, very, very fast. So let's try Bone Spear. That's our last core skill. Well, hello, Samba, how you doing? So if you watch this on YouTube, we're also on Twitch, so I promise I'm not talking to myself. But anyways, going back to your question, so I got kind of distracted by just checking out all the Necromancer skills. So my impressions of the game, I think, are overall really positive. I want to see, towards the end game, the complexity. I want to see how they do PvP. I gave them some feedback from 2022 when we got access to the game. And I'm hoping PvP will have, like, a lot of content. Okay, so Bone Spear, it feels like Bone Spear. It's like what you kind of expect.
I lack the required essence.
And they'll be gone very, very soon. The Necromancer is very powerful. This is World Tier 2, by the way. It's very nice. Let's see if we have any upgrades. Okay, there we go. And then we go out, and then I'm probably going to do Nova, but I will at least read into the other skills because I want to know like which one's the best one. Bone Spirit breaks into 3 shards when it's destroyed. Makes the first enemy hit vulnerable. Oh, that's a guaranteed vulnerability. That's hard to pass up. It's just, like I mentioned before, vulnerability is one of the most powerful things in the game because it's basically a 28% more multiplier on everything. It pierces through enemies who are lanced. Okay, after casting Bloodlance 8 times, your next cast of Bloodlance is guaranteed to overpower it and spawns a globe. Alright, well, at least 2 enemies or a boss are affected by Bloodlance, you gain 15% attack speed. Okay. And the essence cost is reduced by 2. What's the flat essence? So that's a 20% reduction cost right there. That actually might not be that bad. Each time an enemy is hit by Blood Surge Nova, you are fortified, which gives you base life. And when you're fortified over 50%, Blood Surge deals 20% increased damage. So that's a 20% more multiplier and gives us survivability. I'm thinking the Nova one is the go-to. Heals for 2.5% of your maximum life when drawing blood from enemies. Oh my gosh. So it's This is like for the tanky build. But enemy is damaged by Blood Surge Nova while you're healthy. You gain 1 stack of Overwhelming Blood. When you have 5 stacks of Overwhelming Blood, your next Blood Surge overpowers. Deals bonus damage based on the current life and fortified life. Well, I wouldn't have fortified life unless I got this one anyway. So I'm thinking that this one will be our go-to so far. The poison one, though, we can slow enemies. You and your minions deal 15% increased damage to enemies within Blight. Ooh. So I'm looking at multipliers right now, and you know how I saw this, I'm like, okay, we get a 10% more multiplier on everything, we get extra essence, and then, on top of that, we get a 15% damage multiplier. This could actually be one of the better ones in the game. Immobilize, okay, I don't really care about that. Sever damages enemies along its path for 25%. Its initial, oh, so on the way back. Wait, then this is just another 25% damage multiplier, and it's guaranteed every single time, if you just cast it within melee range, right? Every 4th. Oh, well, I mean, at least it gives you the ability to apply vulnerability, because that's a 20% more multiplier on top of a 25%. So it does increase damage for each minion you have upon cast. Oh, well, I mean, vulnerability is good, but I really kind of like how this one looks, so I might go with this one for a little bit. We can mix up the content. It doesn't have to be this one forever. And I do want to change one control instead of being 3. I want this one. There you go. Alright, so now we gotta go back. Blight's insane. Okay, did you make a build with it? I think if we get some gems, which I have a bunch of gems, I might have to swap characters, but I don't want to change... I don't want to, like, log out at all. The reason why is I don't want to cause the game to maybe crash or anything, and then I have to wait 2 hours in the queue again. That was a no-fun zone. Yeah, I really like this skill. It is fantastic.
That was all of them.
And once we get into town, guys, I got a bunch of legendaries we can equip it, so we can just try to rush the game. It's not like a speed run here, but like I do want to progress as quickly as possible, so you guys can see as much of the game from the Necromancer. And then what we're going to do next is play Druid, and then I will grind out max level on Necromancer first, more than likely, unless I, for whatever reason, really like the Druid. Druid, in the previous versions of the game that I can talk about, because it was at BlizzCon as well, the Druid felt like it was the weakest class of the game. So hopefully Druid is going to be a lot stronger in this time around. But I think most people would play the Necromancer first. So I'm going to do the Necromancer first, because I think the Necromancer is just one of the coolest classes.
You came to thank the light. You collect him.
But Druid is actually the class that has all of the gameplay. And what I mean by that is you can play Druid every single way. Maybe that's why it was the weakest class, because like you literally could do everything. Okay. What's it? Book of the Dead? Oh, we have it. So now we just have our skeletons. So now we have okay, each time you critical strike with your skirmishers warrior, next attack critically strikes and deals 50% bonus crit damage. Okay. Increase. Oh, your crit strike is increased by 5%, but you can't have them anymore. So as we progress, we get different upgrades. So you can either play without minions if you want to and just get some sort of a buff, which is a cool thing to do. What keyboard do you use? I use the Razor Huntsman Mini 2. If you want the color, it's the white one. And then I also remove all of my Windows keys, like I physically remove them. Going back to the keyboard question, is there anything special with it? I mean, it uses like a lasers for an actuator versus an actual like membrane or like a button. Oh, we gotta revive our skeleton dudes. All right, so how many can we have? Like 5? Okay. Yeah, I'm really liking the scythe attack too. It's cool. I can't wait for us to get a mobility skill. That ability is so satisfying. It's so cool. All right. So next one that we're gonna get is just, well, it's 2% for each minion. So this is flat 10% damage increase. I know vulnerability is 20% damage, but this is guaranteed every single time. It's 10% increased damage. I'm gonna take it for now. I'll find some other way to apply vulnerability. Basically, in almost every Diablo 4 build, I promise you, vulnerability is gonna be required. If you want to like min-max, or if you're playing with a group, maybe someone else applies vulnerability every single time. It's just too good to have everyone do 20% more damage to whatever target. Can you use any weapon as a Necromancer? No, I don't think so. Was this like the same item power or something? We can use a shield, or we get more, whatever gives us more damage is all I care about. Okay, so I think the cabin's right here, isn't it? Yeah.
Is anyone here?
But I know you can use, I think it's daggers, staves, shields, dagger, staves, shields, scythes, but I'm not sure if scythe is considered something else. Let's see.
Yeah,
It's actually considered scythe, swords, two-handed swords.
Easy kill.
Okay. So no, you don't have to stay with scythes. I think every single class that can have a two-handed weapon, you're gonna have to. And the reason why is because the codex or any legendary power rolls double the stats on the two-hander. This thing is so cool looking. I love that skill. Sever. So far, Necromancer, in terms of my impressions on the Necromancer, it's very strong in terms of like a class review. Necromancer has always been very, very powerful early on, but then like the minions, if you play D2, like this is before they had synergies, they die off real fast when you get to Nightmare or like Hell difficulties. It becomes so much harder. It's just because the minions just cannot survive. But after like what 1.1 in D2, they actually became viable, you know, which is a good thing. Okay. Okay. I don't know if this actually does anything, by the way. Like the decision you make. Let's see if we have any upgrades. Oh, we do. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to be going to the town, I believe. And we can go grab some legendaries. Hopefully I still have... No. Oh, no, please, game. Okay, I was worried. Oh, okay. I'm going to... If you keep on running to the wall, I want to say there's a higher chance that your game may kick you out.
What did you write? I'm off to the door first.
Especially if you go like out of bounds and it has to reset. Because I was doing that last beta. So when you run to the wall, my suggestion is, right now we don't have portal. Like I guess you get it as an ability. Yeah, let's go grab some legendaries. If I have any that we can equip. I know I have some on my other character. Some of these will require a level 20. I know I had a level 2 amulet. Do I not have it anymore? It might be inside my inventory on another character. Oh, you know what? It's probably on my sorceress. And the thing is, I don't want to log out because I don't want to risk it. But what I do want to get is... Wait, you get 16%? That's actually not that bad. Considering if you had enough weapons like Barb, you can get basically 100, almost 100%. It's 16 times what, 4? You can get a decent amount of extra damage on that. But we can't really use anything at the moment. It's okay. Not that big of a deal. But since we're here, check out the Necromancer. Since we unlock a lot of these transmogs with the other characters, let's see what some of the outfits that we can... I don't really like any of these. I want, like, no helmet. I think she looks way cooler with no helm. This one looks kind of cool. Oh, I like that one, actually, with the little spikes. What is this one called? The fur-lined robe. Let's go and throw on that one. I kind of like the unequipped look. Ooh, wait, hold on. That one had, like, some armor. Fur-lined. Okay, this way it kind of matches. I like it. And for our pants, I feel like it should be some sort of cloth. Ooh, this one's cool. The sturdy pants. Oh, that one had potions, though. It's got a heart, double daggers in the back. I like that one, actually, the etched. We gotta go with the etched. It's just too cool looking. There's some different boots. I like the pirate-looking boots. The Striders. Yeah, let's go with the Striders. And then let's go make everything kind of fit some sort of aesthetic. Ooh, the purple looks cool. We got green, brown. gray, green. I wonder if these are going to be things in like the shop as well. So, did I cycle through all the colors already? I think there's like multiple variants. Ooh, that one looks... That's actually my favorite. What is it called? It's just called blue. Oh, you know why? It's because I didn't click all the way. It didn't give me like a whole brand new set of colors. Okay. That's why I kept clicking on the same one. Alright, I'm done with the blue one. Let's go with that. And continue. So now we gotta speak with the merchant. We'll do like the campaign. In terms of like being as efficient as possible, the campaign is probably pretty good for leveling up because you just get a massive amount of XP. We also get some gear, and you get some obols from doing like quests. Grab that. Grab the necklace. Be good to go. But the most important thing when starting your progression, if you want to level up the fastest, is actually going to be done through getting the potions. So, oh, we have to be level 10. Now with the elixirs, the one that we want is this. This is like the best one. So we're going to craft 5 of these.
Light keep you.
And what this will do is it'll grant us thorns. And thorns gives the ability to deal damage to our enemies by them attacking us. It speeds up your progress like crazy. Oh. Alright. So let's go pop one of these. They last for half an hour. So by the time we pop 5, which is about 2.5 hours. Like I said, when this kind of stuff happens, don't try to push the game. And because if you keep on running to the wall, the game's just going to potentially kick you. At least that's in my experience. Maybe it's a placebo, but I've noticed if I'm stuck and I keep just trying to push or use my mobility, I think what happens, perhaps, I'm just guessing, okay, that the server is just like, what's going on? And it'll just kick you. And then you're going to be stuck in queue. They lag in my skeletons. Yeah, they lag in a little bit. And keep in mind, this is day 1 of the open beta. There's going to be so many people on. So I kind of expect, you know, maybe some disconnects. It's bound to happen.
I need more time.
What are we at? Oh, 27 minutes. Okay. We'll extend this just a little bit more. Oh, okay. Oh, see, the things were just kind of loading in. Oh, a rubber banding.
We were born.
Let's go to another quest over here.
Children of darkness.
And the skeletons aren't supposed to do this, by the way, where they're like teleporting.
And faith. Walk in the light.
That's not supposed to happen. But I wonder when we get Golem. All right, is she done talking? To the point where we can actually talk to her.
Take the knight's report before you go.
Okay, I got it.
Report of a potential demon sighting.
Okay, there we go.
Horned woman near Yelesna Mines. Performed routine inspection. Nothing yet. Sent in priest and escort
That's
knights.
visually.
We'll report in when we find
It just looks funny when they teleport. Hi, Eisen, how you doing? Alright, so... Oh, it says show how many skeletons. Oh, that's really cool. It tells you how many you have, so you know. Without having to look at them. Usually, they'd have like something in the top left and tell you how many you have. But yeah, we're going to get Golem. We're going to get... what else do we get that I'm aware of? I know there's skeletal mages. They showed it off.
Need more time.
Alright, keep on going. Let's keep on going. One shot and everything. Oh, it's kind of far down. Alright, let's do that quest. Ooh, there we go, level 6. And this beautiful thing with the thorns is watch. Like, I'm not even going to move. Watch this bear. He already basically did about half of his HP by just attacking me. Thorns is phenomenally good. And I think that there is a Thorns Necro build. Like, at the moment, you can really only play Thorns realistically on Barb and Necro. I mean, you could throw Thorns on by throwing in Emeralds and your other pieces of gear. But is it going to be able to scale? The answer's no. Here's a little, like, objective here. Oh, cool. Someone else. I bet you everyone's playing Necro. It's the most popular Diablo class. So now that we're out of resource, we're going to start sucking everyone's soul up, like Shang Tsung. dodged it. Ooh, there we go. Got the bonus done. Whew. So Necromancer, I would say, in terms of how powerful the class is, Chain Lightning is amazing, though. I gotta admit. For the Wizard, or Sorceress, same thing.
Not ready yet.
I would say Necromancer probably feels like the strongest class in the game. In the beta. At least right now, that's my impressions. Earlier on, and that is because you have all these minions to kind of soak up your damage, because oh no, there's the invisible wall. Oh, like I said, if we DC, we DC, and that's the end of part 1. Yeah, that's just all right. Well, anyways, I might have to reload. I'll try one more time, but it looks like that wall is, yeah, that wall is the boss. We cannot progress. So anyways, this is where we're going to go ahead and end it off on our first impressions and some Necromancer gameplay. We will cover a lot more later down the line. I'll show you guys all of like the skills. Did we get Golem yet? I know Golem's in here. Corpse Explosion. This is actually one of the best skills in like Diablo history. Okay, let's see. Let's try one more time. Can we?
Need more time.
Oh no! It's we might have to reload, but we're gonna have to like go back into town. So if this happens to you, by the way, go back into town, come back, and then sometimes it can kind of fix it. But this is where we're gonna go ahead and end it off on just the first 30-ish minutes of the Necromancer gameplay. Let me know what you guys think of Necromancer if you've played it or via watching the gameplay. I can definitely tell you it is an S tier class, at least in the beta right now. Keep in mind everything's subject to change, but Necromancer very, very fun and is powerful. Like, this skill is amazing. But anyways, thanks for tuning, guys. If this is your first time here, would like to see more Diablo content in the future, make sure you guys subbed with the bell notification on, and definitely check out the video I recently uploaded if you haven't already, which goes over all of the things that you'll want to know about the beta and how to like kind of level up faster and do other things in the game and acquire more legendaries and stuff. But anyways, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.